Hello loves, my name is Bree and welcome to my multi-purpose room update finale. This video will be about 30 minutes or so long, so I hope you stay tuned. Thank you for joining me. Hello everyone, and welcome to Bree's Project Book. Hello loves, we are finally here. For those who may be just joining us, today is the finale to an organized February series that I did back in February. This was an update to my multi-purpose room project that took about 3.5 months to complete. It was a side project in between a more major project. That's the reason why it took so long. But I'm so happy it is finally done. For those who are new to the channel, I will link the 4-video series on some of the organization updates that I did in this area and that I thought would benefit you guys for ideas, tips, and inspiration. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's get started. Here is the after to my multi-purpose room update finale. Enjoy. My objective was to create a pretty but organized and efficient space for doing laundry, doing my projects for decorating, planning my entertaining or social events, and viable storage for so much more. As you've seen in the beginning, I had a lot of work to do and I needed to start from scratch and also think about what this space will be used for, then make a plan. Before I start the tour, the lighting in this area is not the best. There will be some shadows in areas and sun glares on the lenses as I move around the room. Now let's start the tour. Okay everyone, I am on the opposite side of the laundry room. If you're new to the channel, this laundry room or multi-purpose room is very narrow. They call it galley style laundry, a multi-purpose room. So you have cabinets on this side and counters on this side. If you hear any humming in the background, that is the refrigerator there, so it will be cutting on and off. So we are going to start on this side of the room. So we're going to start here with this drawer and these two cabinets. The drawer is where we're going to start first, and that is where we keep, as I say, the junk drawer or utility drawer. I did a video on this. If you want to see any of the details or anything like that, I will link that in the iCard above. This is what it looks like before for those who are new. I emptied out all the items that was inside the drawer, and I have these dividers that I was going to pull up also, but this is what it looks like when it's empty. I updated it a little bit. Instead of using those particle dividers, I decided to use these plastic containers. I had this now for about 3 months, and it's been working well. These little compartments here is when I compartmentalize certain items, these small items. And this box is a very, very nice. I purchased this from Amazon, so if you guys want to know more about that, I will link it in my Amazon store and you can check it out. So we have bits and bobs and screws and what you call those, commando strips, and then we have miscellaneous items here, and then we have all the batteries, things down here, scissors, screws, and nails of different types up there. We have a commander hooks here, and pens, pencil, markers, and paper. So that's what we have in our utility drawer. So I love having a multi-purpose room because here is a location in the home that's not in the home but in the back of the house that you can house those items that is not part of the home but you need it. And this cabinet right here is one of the reasons why I'm glad that we have a room where we can store these things. And these are items for the home when the home just got purchased that we need, just in case we need to repair a tile, repair a counter, paint the same wall color, or anything like that. And this box right here hold all those house samples that we needed when we first built the home. And if we need to replace any of those things, everything in there, we have paint colors, tile colors, the style of the tile, the type of counters we have, the cabinet company, all that is in that box. Right there in the center is a heavy duty flashlight. Right there is all the manuals for our electronics, for our sound system, for appliances, for warranties for the house roofing, also warranties for appliances. There on the second shelf is a pull-out drawer. Here's where we have touch-up paints, just in case we need to do repairs to any walls and touch up any areas. We have all the paint samples here, that all the walls in the homes colors are here, and then those are spray paints for items that we were using for banisters or for a fireplace or thing in that nature. So those are there. Here in this bin is all the tools that we need to repair the walls or paint the walls. Not everything, but most of the things. We have our goggles here, paint brushes, some spackle, and things in that nature. And right here is a small little sewing kit that probably need to go where my sewing machine is, but this is more easy access, and my husband can easily get a hold of it if he needs to repair anything on his clothing. So that's what's in this bottom cabinet. And like I said, I think it is such a great place and a great idea to have it ready, accessible for those things that you just don't know where to put it, but you need it. And I'm really happy that I have an area like that I can store those items. Right here are 2 bins, and we're going to talk about what's in those. Okay, guys, so the next area we're going to talk about is this area right here where you have these bins. These bins are for gifts, and one is for myself and the other one is for my husband. Now, not necessarily it has to be for my husband or myself. It can be for the family, and a great storage place that you want to just toss it in there until it's ready to be wrapped and shipped. But it's great bins for my husband's gifts or myself, because I buy his gifts all through the year. So if I come across something that I think is a perfect gift for him or my family members, then I just toss it in the bin. And this is a great location for that. It's right back here out of the way. And this little nook fits these bins very nicely. So now above this cabinet, we come up to a second cabinet. And this cabinet used to house my home management system years ago. I established my home management system for the house. And it used to house in this cabinet, but it is placed in another area now. So let's take a look and see what's inside here. So now this cabinet holds all of my containers. These containers, some of them I purchased, some of them are containers from frozen foods. Some of them are containers left over from iPhone boxes. All of those containers that I can use to organize and DIY. This shelf right here is my small containers and cups and lids. These are where I keep all the small containers here in bins and lids and boxes, and over here are small bottles. This used to be a spice bottle. This is a great bottle for storing beads and things in that nature. So that's the smaller containers. We go to the second shelf where we have little larger containers with lids, and we have bins that I purchased and bottles, spray bottles back there, and all kinds of things. Mason jar pumps like these that I may want to use in a refrigerator and that kind of thing. And then at the very top we have newspapers and shelf liners. So that's what we have in this cabinet. Okay, so we come to the center of this cabinet unit, and we're right next door to the cabinet I just shared with you. And these two large shelves is where I was storing my extra large decor items. Normally the very fragile cloche domes that I had on that top shelf, because this was a very large area, and it served that purpose very well because it was so large, and it can handle those very tall decor items like my lanterns and things of that nature. So I thought this would be a great idea and a great location to store all of my outdoor linens. For example, my pillow covers, my table runners, and my table napkins and mats and things of that nature. So that's what's in those 3 bins. So we're going to take a look at what I've done here. So right here at the top shelf, that bin there is all cloth napkins for my table skates for outside. And this one is my table runner for use outside. And below that are for my pillow covers. All of my pillow covers that I use for the chairs and things outside. Next to the bin here, we have a little area where I can decorate and change things up each season. This is how it's being decorated for the spring, and I will change it again for the summer. That sign right there, I think is so cute with the vines. The vines and the birds that are in the vine. It's such a pretty sign. And I've written on the chalkboard. I've written on the chalkboard, I hate laundry day, because that is a true statement. I am not a fan of doing laundry. I guess because I'm not very good at it. And below the sign is just a little small vignette that I just put up here just to represent the spring season. And I would change this each season. So I thought it would be fun to have this here, something to look at when I'm doing laundry or if I'm crafting or something like that. So that's it for this area. Like I said, you can look at the video and get all the information on how I put together these bins, and that's in the iCard above. So this cabinet used to hold the laundry for this area, and this is what it looked like before, and then I emptied everything out and everything was all empty. My husband installed extra shelving so I have more efficient storage for my decor, seasonal decor essentials. So that's what's in here. I did a video on this also, and I linked that in the iCard above if you're interested. And right at the top we can start. Those are all of my vase fillers that I use. Here are all of my florals and little tidbits that I use, like the faux food that I use in some of my spreads. They're flower picks, berries, green leaf picks, you know, those things that you use in your floral arrangements. We have grapes, faux grapes over there, and also some potpourri on that side. So that's on the second shelf. And in here we have seasonal picks that we use for floral arrangements. We have little birds here. We have some flowers. These are fall down here, pine cones and things, and some fall flowers, and all this is up here is spring, summer, and that's fall and winter. And that's what we have in the seasonal accent cabinet. I really love this area. I can stand here and just look at it because I love the way it looks, and it really helps me out when I need just something for a floral arrangement or something for a vignette. Just that little touch that I need, and that's what these are for. And then right here next to that is a nice little vignette. We have some flowers. I love these peonies that I use throughout my decorating for the spring and summer. And then we have a nice laundry antique look framed art that I thought it was very nice. I love the look at it. It's some laundry baskets, and it has the word fold at the end. I thought it was so nice. If I could come across some more that may be a little different sizes of frames, I will put it in like a little vignette there. Right next to the vignette, you have this nice little greenery that I put right there in the center of that window because it gets a lot of sun there, and it would do very well in that spot. So next we come to this beautiful chrome 2-tier stand. This was the same stand that was above the old sink, but I painted it a chrome color. I think it is gorgeous now. It goes along with the rest of the chrome accessories here in the laundry room. So let's take a closer look. On top we have our hand sanitizers and a nice little greenery there. And then on the second shelf we have some more greenery, and then we have some hand soap. Inside of here is where I keep the sink stopper and sponge, so if we need to get those things, we have it, and it's out of the way in a nice pretty container. So that's what we have in this section. Okay guys, so we come here in this location, guys. This is one of the areas that I like so much because it was a hot eyesore before. So this is what it looked like before, guys. It had this ugly looking tub sink, and it had that that rack that I just shared with you was hung on the wall, and then that was it. It was just an eyesore. I really hated it, and I thought I was going to update this sink sooner than what I did, but now it's finally updated and I am so happy. So this is what it looks like now, and I am loving how the space is looking. So now we go start with the wall art. You see, I love this statement: Alexa, do the laundry. Like I said, laundry is not my favorite chore, so if Alexa could take that over, I am so happy that he's able to do it. So I thought that was such a cute little wall art, and I just framed it up. I did it myself. I just used my Cricut, printed out of the wording, had a frame that I had, and just put them in the frame, and there it is. Pretty simple wall art. So I thought that was so cute. Then we come down to this sink. This sink is a new purchase. I purchased it from Lowe's, and I think it cost something like $275 or so, but it's such a perfect sink. It's just the right size, and it fit right here in the same location that we had that ugly plastic tub sink. It also has a nice little spray here and the nice little lever there, and it just fits very nice. Love the handle. And I have some candle here that is mahogany woods. Love the smell of that. You see how deep this tub is. It's not as deep as the plastic one, but I really didn't need that tub that deep. But I do need a deep tub for when we do potting our plants here, or when I'm doing crafting or DIYs or painting, and it's nice and stainless steel instead of that rubber, because the rubber sink that we had, it was porous and it would stain with the paints and things in that nature and the dirt. Here we have a stainless steel tub, and we could just wipe it out. Very simple. Love it. Such a great purchase. Then we get down here to the double doors. So we're going to see what's in here. Okay guys, so inside of this cabinet, so my husband installed 2 of these nice little racks, and on this side is the laundry ironing, I should say, the ironing center. In the future, not quite sure if I'm going to put it in this multi-purpose room or put it in our master suite, but I want to get installed a a cabinet with the iron that pulls out, and it has the plugs and everything that you could put your iron inside and store it. And I was going to do it here in the location I will show you in a minute. I was going to do it here in this multi-purpose room, but I decided not to because we had to get a construction company to come out, and they had to change the electrical and all that mess. So that's something that I have to really think about if I want to do that in here. So that would be later down the line. But instead, until that happens, I decided to put our iron here, and we have our starch and our water in the back. So we have that, and then on the second drawer we have our lint rollers and our cup that we use to put the water in the iron. So that's what's on this side. Here is where all of our potting, if we want to repot plants, all of our fertilizer for our potted plants, some extra pots and some water bottles. And we also keep our refrigerator filters back here, which is right there. So we have a couple of those. These are some decor plants just to have them in there. There's no really purpose for it. It's just look pretty. And then on the second shelf we have all our potting soil for our plants that we have, and our fertilizer. We have some fertilizer here in the bottle ready to go. We have some nice pots that I can repaint or what have you. So they just those, what do you call them? Those regular brown looking pots. I had painted them gold for Christmas, but I probably would repaint them black to repot a plant that's in here. And then we have our water can ready to go if we need it. And that's what's in here, guys. Okay, we come to our drapes now. These are new. The curtain rod came from Amazon. I love them. There's chrome, and I love the finial at the end. And the drapes itself is quality. I love their satiny feel, and they're very thick. Not too thick, but quality material. And I love how they drape. Now the drape is actually long, and it has those two ribbons, and you could tie them and draw up the drapes and have this scallop effect here. And I really like that. So like I said, these drapes came from Amazon along with the rod, and I will put that in the description box just in case you're interested. The artwork I had already, and I love this abstract look, the gray, the white, and the black. And there is 3 in this set. I use these in different areas of my home, and I love how they look here in the back on this wall. Right there in the center is my safety pin wall art. I thought they were so cute when I first seen them on Amazon. They are really, really cute. I'll link those in the description box below too, just in case you want to check out the Amazon store and get those. But they are just too cute. They came 2 in the set. One is a large one and the other one is small, and they do open and close just like you see here on the wall. So I think this is such a cute little setup for this area back here. So we're on the opposite side, and we're going to start with this refrigerator. Right here on top of the refrigerator, I have this beautiful floral arrangement in a nice large glass jar, and I think it's gorgeous over here enclosed in this cabinetry, and you have that nice beautiful white clock, and I love this look. It's very pretty, very airy, very spring, summer-like, and I would be changing this out each season also. I think it is a perfect location to express which season in the area of the multi-purpose room. So that's what's here. Now these 2 cabinets, I've done videos on. This cabinet here is the laundry cabinet, and this cabinet here is the cleaning cabinet. So if you want to know anything about these 2 cabinets, I linked those in the iCard above, and you can get the full detail. But right now I'm just going to open it up and let you see briefly what's in here, just in case you did not see that video. And if you want any details, you can check that video out. Okay, let's get started. So this area of the cabinet, it used to look like this. This is where I housed all those pillow covers and runners and things of that nature that I was using for outside. And it was a complete mess, as you can see here. It even has some of the seasonal accents decor that I shared with you guys on the other side of the cabinet where it's all organized and everything. Well, it was in this cabinet, and as you can see, it's a mess. So this is what it looks like now. So now we have all of our laundry detergent and cleaning and bleach and softener and everything we need to do laundry here. So this is our laundry center. And like I said, I have a video on it if you want all the good details about this area. And then below that, we have the section where all the laundry bins, we have the whites and the coloreds, and then we have the special items that needs to be cleaned, and that's what we have here in this cabinet. So now let's look at the other cabinet. Now this cabinet always was the cleaning cabinet, but it was a mess. This is what it looked like before it was a complete mess. It was just, I don't know what I was trying to do here, but you know, you have something in mind to do a certain organization project and it just doesn't turn out, and you just say, I just come back to it. And that's basically what I did here. I was supposed to come back to it and actually think about what I wanted to do here and never got back to it. Everything is organized the way I want. The top cabinet is all for the house. You have your light bulbs and air fresheners and paper towels up there. And then there's surfaces. Is everything that has to do by cleaning your surfaces, wood surface, mirrors, things of that nature. And then we have all of our refills of those items that we need to clean our home. Right here below that is all of our cleaning tools, vacuum cleaner, our steam mop, a Swifter. Over here is the sponges and the cleaning rags, and then the steam cleaner supplies is right here. So that's this cabinet. And like I said, if you want to know the full details, how I put this together, the video is in the iCard above. Okay guys, so I'm looking up here at the ceiling, sharing with you this beautiful light fixture. This is an upgrade from the builder's grade light fixture that we had here. I am so glad we finally changed this out, because that builder's grade light fixture wasn't powerful enough to light it up back here. Now we have a gorgeous, beautiful LED light that we purchased from Lowe's. I'll put all the information in the description box below if you're interested. It is the same light that I use in my craft room. And like I said, it's an LED, and you can also put it on a dimmer if you like. But I'm loving the black rim. It's just perfect. It's simple, it's elegant, and very sophisticated. I'm just loving it. It really lights up this area back here. I had to turn the lights off so you can actually see it, because it is so bright. And then the last thing that I upgraded was I added a rug on the floor. This runner was also from Amazon. It's 10 feet long and 2.7 inches wide, and it's black, gray, and white, and I think it's gorgeous. It really complements the artwork I have behind me, and I think it goes very nicely in this room. It brings out some of the black and the white that's back here. So that is it for this video, guys. I finally finished this upgrade here in the multi-purpose room. I hope this series gives you some ideas and inspiration to upgrade an area in your home that you just keep putting off and putting off. I tell you, once it is done, you're going to be so happy that it is finally done. I hope you guys enjoyed the series, my February or Organize of February, and this finale. I really had a lot of fun updating this, and I'm so happy that I can strike this off of my to-do list as one of the projects that is done. Now I can move on to the next projects. I hope I give you guys some ideas and tips and inspiration to go ahead and update that room that you've been just avoiding because you just don't want to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell twice so you'll be notified for other videos that's like this. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me today. Smooches!